Welcome back to the West Ham fans Premier League Roundup. Not the preview show, the Premier League Roundup, because I've been getting that confused in a couple of my videos. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. We have got 5 topics for today. I'm sorry that you didn't get to see this on a Monday. I've been recording two videos a day, pretty much, and it's been very hard to... Pretty much, if I do 3 of these videos a day, gets a bit tiring sometimes, I'll be honest, because I do them back to back to back, and I can't record all the time during the day. But yeah, listen, let's get into it. Rasmus Hojlund to Manchester United. Rasmus Hojlund is a man from Atalanta. He scored 9 goals, I'm pretty sure, last year. Every time I watch Atalanta, the guy hasn't started, so I've never watched him before. I try and dip into the Serie A now and then. But because he's Scandinavian and he sounds like Hojlund, comparisons are going to be very easy for people to make. The guy is his own guy. I want to make those comparisons. We know there's going to be memes when he fails to score a goal or when he has a stinker, because this is his first season in the Premier League. But I think it's fair to let a guy settle in my opinion. The guy is apparently, I'm just saying according to what other people say, apparently his link-up's good for a tall guy. I've never watched this guy. I don't watch Denmark. He obviously knows Christian Eriksen. Ten Hag's got a striker. He's going to take over Anthony Martial's place. And they won't be playing Rashford through the middle anymore. There'll probably be a bit too much pressure onto him, because he's young and he's a striker for Manchester United, which is probably one of the hardest positions and teams and situations to be in football. Because think about the number 9s Man United have had over the years. The Dwight Yorks, the Andy Coles, the Van Nistelrooys, the Tevez's, etc. There's been a lot. The Robin Van Persies, the Wayne Rooneys, Dimitar Berbatovs. Like, great 9s are made at Old Trafford, and or do they just play at Old Trafford? And Rasmus Hojlund is going to have that pressure on him, because people like Falcao didn't work out for Falcao, didn't work out for Martial. Cavani was a stopgap, Ronaldo was a stopgap. Like, it's going to be a lot of pressure on him, but obviously this requires patience, a bit like the Nunes to Liverpool. That also requires patience. And speaking of Liverpool, they are closing in on Romeo Lavia, or closing in. They put a second offer in, 45 million. I think Southampton might want more, but I think Southampton might also want to get this saga done, because they've got Sheffield Wednesday on Friday. The Championship starts, and there's a new era, the Russell Martin era for Southampton. They probably want to get this saga over the line. Liverpool need to get this saga over the line after losing Fabinho. They can't start against Chelsea with no defensive midfielder, but at the same time, Romeo Lavia as your sole defensive midfielder, I don't think he's quite ready to start in for Liverpool week in, week out, but I do think he is amazing at picking up the ball off the defence and dribbling with it. It's one of the best performances I saw of last year against West Ham, when I saw the West Ham Southampton game. I think I've mentioned it already on this channel, and Romeo Lavia is a great player, but he still is prone to a mistake. I'm pretty sure his last game for Southampton was against Liverpool at the end of the season, where he literally gave the ball away from playing out from the back, but maybe with better structure and by far a better coach in Jurgen Klopp and a better manager in general, he should be fine. But also it's going to take time, but I still think regardless, Liverpool will challenge, especially with Trent Alexander-Arnold playing inverted, if that's what they're going to go with. Speaking of transfers as well, Axel Disasi, is that how you say his name? Diassi. I don't know how to say his name. West Ham were linked to him at one point during the season. Monaco centre-back, etc. He's gone to Chelsea because Fofana's injury. But there's also rumours of Trevor Chalobah going the other way, and that doesn't make sense to me. I actually think Trevor Chalobah is very overhated. I do think he's kind of even maybe I'd go far and say he's quite underrated. I think, yeah, he can be prone to a mistake, but I think overall he's quite calm and composed on the ball. I think he's an overall good defender. I think he has a good presence. He's good in the air. I think he's all of that. I think they should just have 4 centre-backs waiting for Fofana to come back with Thiago Silva. Maybe this him being his last year. With Levi Colwill obviously signing a new deal now, him being the left side centre-back. And I think that'll be really good for Chelsea to keep all 4 centre-backs. But it wouldn't make sense to me for Trevor Chalobah to go the other way. But Chelsea get their business quick. They get their business done. A bit like Arsenal with their transfers as well this summer as well. Which brings me on to David Raya, which was actually a topic that I forgot to write down. David Raya is linked to Arsenal after the Tottenham deal earlier this winter before they got their goalkeeper Vicario done. Raya agreed personal terms, but obviously Daniel Levy is a penny pincher. He doesn't like to pay the money all the time. And then paid a 40 million for David Raya. But David Raya's moved to Bayern Munich. It was a loan to buy. Bayern Munich wants him. It was a loan to buy, and David Raya and Brentford both rejected it. Arsenal come in, and clearly they already regret Ramsdale signing a new contract because David Raya is a better keeper, and I actually rate Ramsdale. I'm one of the few people that even rated the Ramsdale signing, not because of his kicking. I just thought he was just a very overhated keeper because he got relegated back to back. I do think Ramsdale's weakness is when he makes a save, sometimes it goes under his arm a bit too much. I think he's prone to that. But they want elite competition. I know people do the thing where they play their keepers in Champions League and the Premier League, the same keeper for both competitions. But I think one should play Champions League and one should play Premier League to battle it out to see who's better, in my opinion. David Raya is composed on the ball, overall just a great keeper. It was inevitable that he was going to get his move, and this might be it. This might be it for David Raya, for him to get his move, and it would make complete sense for David Raya to go to Arsenal, and I think it'll be a great signing. I think there'll be another great signing by Arsenal, obviously the only non-great signing being Kai Havertz. Tottenham's pre-season. I just wanted to mention this briefly. They flew all the way to Australia to play West Ham. Not even to play Perth like we did. They played West Ham. Flew all the way to, Thailand to play Leicester. The game got cancelled in monsoon season. They then flew to Singapore, I think, to play the Lion City Sailors. I don't know whether that was at home or away, but they played them. Then they're going back to their ground to win against Shakhtar Donetsk. Probably going to beat them. Then they'll travel to Spain to face Barcelona. Then they're travelling back to face Brentford in their first home game of the season. There's a lot of travelling. Now, it doesn't make any sense. There's no strategy in that pre-season. It's a bit of a mess. Just wanted to mention that. Last topic. Sheffield United have lost probably one of their best players to Olympique Marseille, Iliman Ndiaye. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I just watched him a couple times in the Championship and he looked like he should be playing in the Premier League. This guy, by the way, came through Rising Ballers. If you know the Instagram account Rising Ballers, yeah, he came through there and now he's going to Marseille in the Champions League. He's going to play up front with Aubameyang. So I don't know whether Sheffield United will be replacing him, but apparently they gave him a big contract and apparently he rejected it. So the deal was off at some point and then they joined back. Makes no sense to me. Luton still have not made any major transfers, and I don't know how they're going to go into the Premier League with that squad. But we will see, won't we? Listen, that was the Premier League roundup. Make sure to leave a like on the video, guys, and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me on the email for the inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.